All right, and welcome back to Cross Channel. Let's get started for this today's session. I left the house with a light heart. One nice thing about living in the country, the nights aren't painfully hot. The wind slipping in through my window felt nice and cool on my skin. I have a lot of things to write about today. I had to write about my diary and the manuscript. I'll start with the manuscript. The text befitting a pilot broadcast. This is hard! Right, erase, right, erase. I bow with one step back for every step forward. After an hour, I fell down on my desk. Hey, you only written 2 lines there. We are the Gunja Institute Broadcasting Club. Everything within broadcast range has now been annexed by us. Everyone, probably abandon your weapons and... No, 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 no. I tore up the manuscript paper. I tried too hard to get attention and completely lost sight of our goals. I should make it more serious. Trying to work a little humor in just makes it sound weird. Enough. I can't get in the mood tonight. I'll write my diary instead. Objectify your emotions. Who was the one who stuffed curry into the bread in the first place? That question has always tormented me. Tormist, Taichi's typo. A theoretical error in which he tied the meaning of torment to the connotation of misplace. Oh man, this is one of those things that loses their meaning in translation. Anyway, the same way Taichi mistakenly thought that turtlenecks were necks because they totally cover his neck. But going belly and forth in search of an answer will only leave me with a hollow feeling at the end of the day. Belly. Taichi's typo. Bondelier once said, I don't know how to pronounce it. God is dead. It may be easy to doubt the existence of a God, but for those who never gave his existence a second thought and believe life is a straight line laid out for them every day, till suddenly profit forks in their paths. Okay. Profit. Taichi's typo. Prepare. Yeah, this is one of those things. For example, the time to roll out. What's up with the example there? What is the maybe it's supposed to look like a typo? I have no idea. The time to roll out a hairless conversation with an obscene woman. Hairless, confused with profitless. For example, the time I met with a good friend of mine and a strange friend of mine at the same moment. And the time those two rebuilt a friendly relationship between themselves. Regarding either one of them, I'll XXX until I couldn't not, that's double negative, anyway, feel the towering will to XXX them both equally with the mysterious XXX near her nose and mouth. XXX when I would along with priceless love. The XXS, which was XXS as it did XXS, it would XXS. There's a lot of X's, man. We cannot talk about what we must pass over in silence. That these are Kierkegaard's famous words. I will now lead the subject of Kirijo's elegant androgyny and my just passion toward her, for that is not only the pleasure in life. Yes, the senpai of my life, whom I met on the roof, with her maternal open-mindedness and loving affection. No matter how much I wrote about Misato Jo, the bling would never end. Alright. First, there are indescribable thighs. Her indescribable thighs, which were censored. I thought it's indescribable. Why are you describing it right now? Oh, maybe it's because because it's censored, so he can't describe it. Anyway, in my hands there remained the bra, which was once attached to her body. He stole her bra. Jesus Christ, bro. When I breathed through it, though it had already lost its body heat, the girl's faint smell took me away, yet to yet another strong delusional delusion. Twice the delusion, I guess? Finn. It's clear. This abundant poetic sentiment and philosophy. If I'd been born in the artistic metropolis of London. Anyway, this literary talent I just gushed out would have made me a star. Wow, I can really get full of myself after using a couple of slightly challenging words. I had to keep using precise vocabulary words like denomination, tautology, and irony without translating them into simple Japanese. I stretch and relax. Being an author wouldn't be too bad. Though there are a few parts too overly violent for modern Japan, which would have to be censored. That's it. This is how I'll write the manuscript. I'll compose a showy, dazzling, pedantic scroll for broadcast and try to make a manuscript that's both highbrow and delicate for the intelligentsia. I don't know, I have a hard time pronouncing that. Abruptly motivated, I retook my pen. Maybe because that's the wrong spell of intelligentsia, but whatever. Anyway, when I got, or maybe it's right. You know what? I don't know. Anyway, when I got to the classroom, there was no one there. Not even Toko, who was always sitting sullenly in her seat. Sateto. I took out the manuscript paper from my book bag. I finished it in one night. I'll go get it okayed right away. To the root. She met me with a suspicious gaze. Obviously, she knows. Stole her bra. Oh yeah? Butcha. For what reason are you guarding your chest? Her face turned red. I'm not surprised. What is it? I played dumb. She looked down and agonized, but the arms covering her chest wouldn't waver by an iota. Anyway, let's go over to here. I grabbed Senpai's wrist and pulled. Senpai screamed hastily. Hey? Suke. Bro, you don't need to spoil us. It's going to be Sugube. But anyway. Anyway, if you're not familiar with the term, here you go. Sugube means leecher. Or pervert if you want. You know, either works. Why did you change your mind? Scapegoat. In my head, I thought of a single goat in a grassy field. Neither would I. But I don't want to make Senpai into a scapegoat. Only wanted to move you into the shade. Wait, I don't get it. The flow of the conversation from, because I think she was trying to say what is implied to be Sugube, but like she changed her mind to saying scapegoat, and they suddenly, the whole conversation kind of weird. I have no idea what happened there. Anyway, she's loosening up. We moved. By the way, Senpai, you were drinking sake yesterday. Her body withered. It was troublesome. Yes, she's hooked. Yes, you were putting on such a shameless performance that I couldn't speak of it. Senpai's eyes became an X stretched horizontally. Okay. Okay. She was completely lost for words. But fear not, I dealt with it in such a manner that no one saw a thing. Senpai lowered her head, leaving one matter untouched. You want to know? Hesitation. Are you going to take responsibility for it? This time her eyes turn into dots. I mean, if I tell you, will you feel like doing that? Oh no. If you think about it calmly, it's no big deal.
そうなの?
Do you want to know? Senpai thought about it with crossed eyes for a very long time. It wasn't really a big deal, but you see the antenna's wiring over there. You put on the naked ribbon dance, facing this way so I could take
終わった。
She collapsed with a soft thud.
背景春眠の早漏、その後いかがお過ごしでしょうか?
Heel note. Spring hibernation is a euphemism for the tendency to frequently oversleep during spring. Okay. She read out aloud a fictional letter. Senpai, get a grip.
これ以上人生が最悪になるなんて思ってませんでした。
I dealt with it skillfully, so...
それで、ブラが。
You mean it had not returned home? Wait, did what? Did he just stupidly just admit he knows something about the bra thing? He should have reacted in a manner that's like, what do you mean your bra? Because he answered in a manner that made it obvious he knows something about it. Anyway, Senpai nodded silently. Then right now, you're as you were when you woke up? Again a nod. Then I swallowed. Right now, Senpai is under that then nearly see-through shirt. Naked. Under her clothes, she's naked. Well, a lot of people are naked under their clothes. Wait, come to think of it, all the girlies of the world are naked under their clothes. Well, the point is, she's braless, and senpai's are large. Her shirt is tight, so they stand out. I get it. That's why she's acting weird. For now, why not go home and take a shower?
匂いますか? 学校の水で体だけは拭いてるんですけど。
Wait, she literally never goes home? What the fuck? Yeah, come to think of it. Basically, I think she never goes... Wait a second. That also means she never changed her underwear. Ew, what the fuck, man? I'm standards, man. Anyway. What a nice...
What the fuck is this response?
If I had woken up sooner, maybe I would have chanced upon it. Why can't I get swept into events like that? That's simply unacceptable. I'm a failure as an ero. Tai-chan for a heroic being with erotic behavior. Oh, you mean... Yeah. Anyway. Senpai, please leave it to me.
Huh?
I returned to the classroom. I took out the sports towel from my belongings. Will this work as a substitute? I held it out.
ペケくん。
Senpai was moved to the point of tears. That's bleached cotton, right? If you put this in, I think it'll be at least be harder to see through.
なんていい子なの。
As tears welled up, she took the towel.
ちょっと待っててくださいね。動いたら目ですよ。
Yes. Hi. Senpai took shelter nearby. I feel like I want to be but I'll let it go. What kind of could it be? Maybe she's going to the tip of my rod with the 2 wild strawberries at the tip of her breast. This guy. Baka. A few minutes later.
やあ、ペケくん。おはようございます。
Now she's resetting the whole thing. The whole conversation. She appeared with an absurdly bright face, with her breast covered.
今日も夏日ですね。まだまだ暑さは続きそうです。
I couldn't agree more.
それで、今朝はどうしました?
I've come to deliver the manuscript you requested from me yesterday.
原稿? 初回放送用の台本、書いてくれたんですか?
Yes.
ペケくんすごいです。見違えました。
I mean, you literally did ask him to do it, so, you know, he'd do it. Her expression was filled with goodwill and admiration. It was nothing, really. I toasted like a bread roll.
拝見させてもらっても
Here, thought it be.
では
I passed her the manuscript paper. Senpai's eyes became stricter than usual. Her gaze ran lightly across the page. In no time at all, Senpai raised her head. A full smile. If I were to compare it to something, the Holy Mother. Man, I guess what he wrote is so bad. Damn, man. The Holy Mother's heavenly light. With a halo over her, she spoke.
×?
Through the fence, I cried out to the town. I'll resubmit it.
期待してます
I shuffled back indoors. Right. Please be sure to return that towel without washing it.
Hi.
At the moment, Senpai tilted her head. The various building materials propped up around her slowly began to move. Oh, abadai!
え
I will make it. Step ladders, needles, tools, all of those things. All rain down on Senpai. Rain down. Damn. Really injured. Senpai woke up. Thank goodness, you're unhurt. I was worried.
私確か
Thank God it wasn't anything serious.
違います
My son. That hurts. She returned to normal and said,
状況を教えてください
Senpai got injured. I did first aid and carried you here. Then just now you woke up.
怪我したんですか
Just a little.
と
Senpai touched every part of her body. Bandages were wrapped around her arms. Medical tape was stretched across various parts of her body.
たたたあちこちが痛い
You have light bruises all over your body.
うかつな私
But thankfully it's nothing serious.
ありがとうペケ君呼びかけてくれて
What?
さてじゃあ部活に
Hey, don't move. I pushed her back down.
なぜです
Fundamentally, it's no big deal, but I gently pulled up the sheet, then her What? What the fuck are we doing? Exposing her bare thighs. Bare thighs.
うーん
See, right here on your bare thighs, you got a small cut, so you should take the day off from club. Her mouth opened and closed like a fish. Ugh, blood's oozing out. Blood. May I change your bandages? She nodded mechanically. I brought new bandages over and changed them. Not to change the subject, but you have sexy legs.
自分でやります
No, you can't. Please leave it to me.
お願いですから
But I looked at her thighs. Blood oozed out. Not good. But such pretty blood. It's flowing out of her. Red blood. Red. Oh, did he pass out? Oh. I felt dizzy and closed my eyes, then opened them. The world's always vague. Everything that stirs will turn red with just a touch. Simple. That's a simple thing. All my senses were strengthened, and I became able to see the invisible. The range of the visible light spectrum changed. My vision became distinctly hazy, and I became highly sensitive to motion. I abruptly forgot what I was. The sensation of my consciousness switching. I moved. My sense of being was vague. Some part of me knew that I was not myself. A red spot in the center of my range of vision. I tried to approach it. Static. There seems to be some kind of phenomenon. I don't know the details. My body can't sense them. I had joined with the world, and that feeling of omnipotence became everything. Static. Just what is this? Something heterogeneous in the world. A red spot. I get it. I've been hearing that which I could see had been unilaterally designated as my daily life. But that wasn't actually true. That contradiction brought about constriction and innovation within my range of vision. The beast who attained understanding of his role fidgeted from delight. I have no idea what the hell's going on. A beast who constructed instincts which follow rules, impulses, and grouping contrary to the present age. I have no idea what the fuck that is. I produce a sound. Static. This is... what? String of consciousness. Take it in. Unravel it. Interpret it. Define it. That's it. This is sound. The same kind of wave my own mouth form. My consciousness converged now that I knew it was sound. It could be quickly translated.
ペケくん
Is this also a fucking Dampa VN? Because I wasn't ready for this kind of scene.
ペケくん
Now I see. Miyasumi Misato. It's Senpai. Senpai's words. Senpai's
い
red.
つもお一人なんですね
That's
一
why
緒に部活しませんか
attacking is prohibited. Get away! My vision cleared up. I had a headache. Of all this timing, the combination of blood and the evening sun really isn't good. I feel like crying. My, isn't this troublesome? My Venus senpai had been crying. Who did this? What a bastard made senpai cry. Show yourself. I took an empty-fisted stance. I'll make you taste my karate. Karate. You all know karate is probably Daichi's misreading of the kanji for karate. Senpai, who did this to you? Senpai pointed at me. Surmounting oneself is as hard as writing self-denial. Shit. Okay, this is one of those lost in translation. Two jokes in one, surmount and self-denial, are written with the easy pair of kanji, and those kanji are very easy to write, totaling a mere 10 strokes.
ペケくんペケくん
Hi.
いつものペケくんに戻ってる
I am the Taichi who shall be the prince of your love for perpetuity. I knelt before her. Have you need up my karate?
空手とかいうわけのわからない格闘技はどうでもいいのですが、さっきのペケくん、ロボディアンみたいになってて怖かったです。
What the fuck? Anyway, you mean a Taichi bot?
そんな感じです。
I was deranged.
もう平気ですか
You're gonna make any complicated jokes right now. Yes, as my dual booted OS changed ended quickly.
橋崎先生にペケくんは英語の成績がひどいと聞いていました。
Most of Japan's words relating to computers are borrowed directly from English. Taichi just used about 6 such loan words at once. Okay, I get the joke. Anyway, senpai, we need to hurry and stop the bleeding. Okay, what's this? What's the choice here? Dresser wounds. When I brought senpai's legs into the light, this time without ulterior motives, on the hemorrhaging part of her body, there were bite marks. Bite marks? In the vicinity of the wound, a small quantity of red heat faintly radiated under her bandages. It looked like someone or something had tried to tear it off with their teeth. No, it didn't just look like that. There wasn't anything else it could have been. Senpai?
はい、
Have you scorned me?
軽蔑
Well, I could have put it into words. How should I take account of feelings and actions that even I can't translate well? I mean... Senpai softly smiled.
軽蔑するようなことは何もしてませんよ。
Are you sure? But I looked at her wound. Senpai quietly covered it with her skirt.
堀川さんなので不問とします。部活手伝ってくれましたし。
Please, let me dress your wounds.
はい。
After that, I dressed her wounds. This time, I didn't have a fit. Because I was happy. Because I had a nobler emotion within me.
くすぐったいです。
I'm sorry. I'm just tense.
包帯巻くの下手っぴですね。
I haven't got any experience.
くすぐったい。
Ugh. Such a happy time. There it was. What?
私の携帯はどこです？
Your ketai? Suddenly everyday words. My thoughts were paralyzed.
落としたみたいです。
Her face looked horribly troubled. I'll go look for it. It's gotta be on the roof.
お願いします。
I left the help room. Why is it help room? This is like reading an old translation of like Tsukahime. And then they translated the word for living room with sitting room. Unless there literally is a word called sitting room, but I doubt it. Anyway, I left the help room, heading for the roof. I found the cell phone right away. It had fallen into the litter of building materials. Why does she want her ketai? A trivial question. Never mind. I quickly ignored it. Everyone needs something to rely on. Senpai might be entrusting great value to something as tiny as a cell phone, the same way I do with some of my things. Is this it?
それ。
Senpai took it, smiling cheek to cheek.
ご苦労様。これでチャラですね。
Eh? My face distorted, not quite into a smile. Like I'd just heard a bad joke. You're really letting me off easy.
私だって群青なわけですし。それに、またしますか？
I don't know. There is a possibility. Since it's something like a fit.
じゃあ、情状酌量の余地はあるわけですよ。
Naive. Mimi senpai, you're naive. I'm not a safe underage man.
でもやめてって言ったらやめてくれましたし。
I did? I wasn't in the position to understand words at that time. A coincidence? It had to be. But I wonder. It might be wrong for me to get any closer to senpai, since that would mean... I cut up my words. A silent summer. So quiet the presence of clubs and classes are growing imperceptible. The white health room controlling tranquility. What the fuck is this sentence anyway? Because the world is filled with twilight. A room with white tones will not resist, but become subordinate, and likely hand over for sacrifice the two foreign bodies it holds in its womb. The evening color has a stronger impression than any other time of the day. By the way, each time the prose gets very poetic and all, you can just tell that the translation is barely hanging. I obviously don't know Japanese, but from the English that I could understand here, what I mean the English I could understand, this what I'm reading is trying to be poetic, but it's not stringing along well, so I can see why they say the translation is just kind of wonky. I mean, when you turn it into an English sentence and you couldn't understand what the hell's going on. I mean, that's one layer, but of course there's another layer where you gotta ensure that the original message is there's little information lost from translation. Anyway, it'd be truly frightening if everything changed into another world. The time of destruction, the time when I could see multiple worlds. Who could guarantee that the sun, now sinking until the next morning, where it will rise up with an unsatisfied look, is truly the same as yesterday's? If the world met with destruction every day, and was resurrected along with the next day, but it was only humans who didn't know about it, there'd be no means to confirm it. Nowhere is there proof that the actual world and the world humans recognize are one and the same. And yet now, I felt that the only small space of the help room was avoiding the crimson infiltration, because at some point I became able to see the world clearly.
完璧な人なんてどこにもいないじゃないですか。誰だってどこかおかしいじゃないですか。 いちいち欠点や失敗を攻撃していたら生きていけないです。ね？そうでしょ？
If even a single tear came out, she'd look very awkward. But mysteriously, the intense emotions concealed their forms. I really admire Senpai for inviting me to her club when I was all alone. I spoke falteringly. Senpai watched over me. Time quietly moved on. I don't want to be hated, nor do I want to hurt anyone. I feel that what I've just done is inexcusable. But I'm not confident I can control myself.
どうすればいいですか？
Huh?
まずどこに気をつけたらいいんです？私としては。
If I think calmly, if we make sure I don't see Senpai's blood.
怪我に気をつけろってことですね。
はい。
でも私はアンテナを組み立てたり工具使ったり怪我をする危険に面している。
Yes, that's why it's best I don't.
ペケ君が
She spoke in my place.
力仕事を手伝ってくれるんでしょ？
That hit home. Deep within the ribs, enclosing my heart, something quivered.
いつもお一人なんですね。一緒に部活しませんか？
One of the sayings I added to the analects within my heart. The TL note, the analects of Confucius are the collection of Confucius words and acts. Right. I think I don't know if this is the proper timing for that TL note because he was just describing the word analects or trying to make a reference to it. I mean people can figure out what an analect is. Anyway, overwhelmingly warm, soft, and powerful. Worries I couldn't resolve on my own had dissolved with only a few words from a stranger. I think that's why people want to make plans together with each other. By words, by bodies, by phones, by correspondence, by any number of means. They can make an effort to touch one another. That's what people are.
やっぱり組み立て手伝ってもらうことにします。
Okay. I felt embarrassed. Senpai was smiling like she was having fun. Yoko-san once said I'm a powerful human. I don't like that kind of valuation. It's wrong. Humans other than me are simply amazing. Mimi Senpai was always putting me in a good mood by charming and making sport of me. That's not something I can do by myself. I want to be beside her. As many days that time will allow. Until that day, it all ends. And even then, there's still time. Please let me. She lowered her head. She slapped down her hands. Shyly. Finally smiling. Now she's back to normal. I was so happy. Tears came out. Senpai's hands opened the curtain. In an instant, the room was devoured by orange.
Taichi!
As I walked down the hallway, my name was called. Oh, you're still here?
そっちこそ。
Tomoki's face was like a no mask. She'll note, no is one of the major forms of classical Japanese stage drama. If you're not familiar, okay. I have an idea what no theater is like, but you know, they usually wear like those exaggerated masks. You know, the one with the big nose if you see a demon or a hanya, you know, the hanya with a very elongated teeth. Or you know what, you can search that. You can search that with Google, man. Anyway, we left a subtle distance between us. I was at club. I've been showing up there lately.
どうしてまた？
Well, isn't it nice to have goals?
部活って例のヨタ話？
The opening of Gunjo Institute Broadcasting Club channel. That's not nonsense. Probably.
太一がそういうことするのはなんかまあ訳あってのことだろうけど、他に誰が参加してんの？
The Butcho.
だけ？
はい。
それ部活じゃない。
We call it a club to pleasure. We call it a club to pleasure ourselves. Jesus Christ, the wording of this sentence, man. No, maybe Maybe I've already lost it at this point.
最近いろいろと動いてるのは知ってたけど、部活とはね。
I shrugged my shoulders. Same goes for you. What are you doing now?
部活。
Huh? I don't get you.
本物の部活。暇だったら参加してくれよな。
That'd be nice, but
裏切られるぞ。
he spat out. By who?
部長に。
Why?
だからあんまり親しくしない方がいい。
Homeki turned his back to me and walked away. What happened just now? Why did he just say that? Oh my god. He was acting weird. But why? On the way home, the once quiet cicada slowly but steadily began to chirp once more.
チース
Hmm? Oh, Tanizaki.
コノス元気だったか
I, Konosu Taichi, have the sole merit of feeling great even if my license gets suspended.
それを言うならこの谷崎豊だってそうだぜ
It's been a few days, Tanizaki.
ああコノス
When will Tanizaki start going to school?
一応明日になったコノス
He waved the A4 envelope in his hand. Must be full of school documents. Oh, transfer into our class, Tanizaki.
コノス無茶言うなよ自分じゃ決められないっての
We both laughed deeply. But even so, Tanizaki,
オッケーギブアップだ新川豊ですすいませんでしたクロスさん
you're going to stop that?
果てしなく続きそうだったから
Going home already?
あ
Why not come by my
あ
place?
近いのか
10 minutes from here, I guess.
いいとこ住んでるなあけど悪い今度にするわメイがさやっぱ軍場行くんだけどさいろいろ教えてやらんと
My ears. Such information. It won't slip by me.
何親指立ててるよ
Hey, you, the guy over there.
なんだよ
I'm very sorry, but I heard you had a niece.
そう言ったっちゅうねん
Her age?
俺の一個下
Got a picture?
クロス
Never mind. It's nothing. We forget it. However, at that one point was different. Wouldn't she be cute?
まあルックスだけはな
Aren't looks everything? My voice naturally lowered. A certain kind of jealousy and envy. And malice.
は
No, don't worry about it.
それでもちょっと男っぽいからさ最初に言っておくとそういう感情はないぞなんかそういう目で見ようとしても気色悪いだけだし
Lies!
どうしたいきなり
That's a lie. You're a liar. You got a cute younger relative. There's no way you wouldn't be conscious of it. Haven't you read a single volume of French study? It's impossible, incomprehensible. Does it have to be proven that you are a liar?
クロスかわいそうだがマジなんだ
No, I don't want to hear it.
本気で妹みたいなもんなんだよ同居してるし
Habitation? The same same bed? Dwarf at the other gender? Hey, the will of some extraordinary being is intervening in that location.
また都合のいい勘違いをしてるんだろうなそいつの家族に俺が引き取ってもらってるんだよだからまあ兄弟みたいなもんだ今回家ぐるみで引っ越してきたんだよ俺の足のこともあるけどそいつもちょっとあれですさ
So that's what it was. Agreed at once. So now they go to Gunjo. Oh, in that case, didn't you transfer here in order to hang out with your niece Chan?
そうなるかないや俺だって障害持ちですがそしてメイコちゃんでもねえけど
You're a caring Oni-chan.
目の話になってから絡みっぱなしなんですけど
That's the nature of the concentrated envy.
そうかずっと暮らしてるとさ生理的なこととか見えてきて結構あれなんだぜ
That?
外見はいいとこもあるんだろうけど欠点がバリバリ見えるから大して綺麗なもんには思えないって感じか食うものは食うし出すものは
You can stop there. My dreams are precious.
お前の夢って
I'd love to change places with you and get all affectionate with your niece Chan.
うわー想像させるな気持ち悪い
It'll never be reality. This person really finds it disgusting. Long live erotic novels. Then come visit me sometime.
おう、目のことも紹介してやるよ。
Honky? I was fluttering.
大したもんじゃないんだけどな。あんま期待すんなよ。
It's no big deal. It will later become clear that the eyes of the guy who said that were not holes on pair with the Taepodong. What the hell is this? This appears to be a reference to the failure of North Korea's Taepodong 1 satellite bearing rocket launched in summer 1998. Jesus Christ, Romeo Tanaka, you're making some random ass references of things. Still, it's a manuscript. If that got rejected, how am I supposed to write another? My hands didn't move. My hand didn't move. My pen didn't run. Stand still. That's right. I pulled a kinagashi out of my dresser and changed into it. Kinagashi means a kimono without the usual hakama worn underneath. So it's something like a bat robe. Oh, okay, I get it. Isn't that like... It's almost like a yukata, right? Because a yukata is just like the... You only have the robe. You don't have the hakama inside. So anyway. A great writer is born. A kimono is a traditional but nowadays a ceremonial robe with collars and full-length sleeves, which extends down to the ankles. A hakama is basically a hand-tied ankle-length skirt worn underneath. Under. Wait. Oh. Hakama is the pants-like thing. Oh well. Anyway, whatever. One's mood is important. When doing something like this,
Oi!
I heard a voice from the front door. Something up?
うわ太一
Tomoki seemed to be shocked at the sudden appearance of the kimono man.
なんて顔だ
Leave it.
間違えたなんて格好だ
Are you sure you were
ジ
mistaken?
ャパニーズ着物だな
It's also a Japanese priest's outfit.
漱石かすごいないつもそんな格好なの
Of course.
すごいね
It seems Tomoki respects me all the more now. Though this is the only second time I've worn it. So, what's with the late night visit?
いやどうしたもこうしたもこれ太一の分
Cardboard box. I accepted it. This is heavy.
詰めてあるから
The inside... It's too dark to see properly.
部活のお裾分けだよ夏場だし無駄に抱えてても腐るしさ
Some kind of food?
そう
Thank you.
いいよだって友情は見返りを
Nothing at all. Good. We laughed invisibly with our thumbs up. Korosa Taichi is a pure young boy supporting Shima Tomoki.
いやーあそうだ
His face tightened.
桐原がさ倒れた
Say what?
正確には倒れていた
But she's a user of the Harakiri fist. Harakiri fist. Defeating even my karate would be simple. In Japanese, to class and to be defeated are the same word. Taore. Taorete. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay.
その倒れた違うそれに空手ってのもわけわからないしそんでさ今は桜庭が看護してるんだけど当然役に立たないから長谷倉先輩に見てもらえないかなって
No
す
problem.
ぐ頼んでもらえる
Yeah, in that case, I'll be heading out for a bit. I put my sandals on and went to her house. When I came back, Tomoki was still there. She said sure, she's already on her way.
早っ太一の言うことだけはよく聞くんだ
Because if she didn't, a lot of errors would occur.
あ
Anyway, would you like to come upstairs and play some PC 98 games? Man, that's old. Holy shit. PC98. Not that I have any, since you were in charge of disk swaps.
キュッパチって何？ Windows の？
It's over for Windows. Or rather, the other way around, I mean. Because this was written around. This VN was released around 2003, right? So I'm guessing Romeo Tanaka first wrote it around the early 2000s. And that was around the time when PC98 was experiencing its end of life. Because Windows became so popular. Anyway, please say that's a lie, my friend.
わけわかしまず。
Tomoki's gags were all like this. You really don't know the PC98? Despite being a computer nerd.
少なくとも今まで聞いたことはないな。
I guess that makes sense. No, I wasn't in that generation either, but... Anyway, Tomoki, that comment's going to make you enemies with all the old computer nerds born since the 40th year of Showa. Showa, the period from 1926 to 1989. So the 40th year of Showa was 1966.
いや、今更全然怖くないし。だいたい昭和なんて古生代に生まれたオールドタイプ 100% な原始人のことまでいちいち面倒見てられないよ。
My fear was aroused. You can't say things like that.
なんでさ、
Tomoki had yet to know fear. That's what they call youth, right? Right? Hopeless youth really is scary, Tomoki.
だってさ、おじさんはおじさんコミュニティで得意のガン話でも永遠にスパイラルさせておけばいいんじゃないかな。
The Gundam meta franchise includes over a dozen mecha anime series going back to 1979. Just so you guys know, a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, I watched G-Quax, so Gundam is still alive and well, apparently. Anyway, with a lot of references from the older series, the really older ones. Anyway, hi. TL note: mecha anime are anime series revolving around mecha or giant fighting robots. My lifespan shrunk. I returned to my room and turned on the lights. Why is the room now messy? A lot had happened, and I was tired. It's still hot. I need to get my AC repaired soon. There's another AC in the living room downstairs, but for some reason I can't relax down there. Maybe I should take a bath. Wait, why did his... All he did was invite his friend, and now his room is extra level 30. What the hell? Anyway, I did take a bath. Nah. The bath felt so good that my consciousness had been going to the other side. Then the doorbell came back, called me back. Crap. I got out in a hurry and wiped my body. I put on my kimono and went for the door. Hi! Who might you be?
堂島です。
That cute voice hiding underneath a gangster-like surname. Yusa-chan! It's open, come in. The door opened timidly, and a pretty girl was standing there.
どうも、こんばん。
Her eyes open wide. Her formerly black pupils now reflected my form. Konbanwa.
着物なんですね。
Oh, this thing? Surprise?
びっくりしたです。
Unlike priests.
は
That and it's comfortable.
あ、似合います。
Really?
そのお髪がお白くていらっしゃられるので。
Maybe so, but black hair is best for kimonos. I give her a smile. I think someone like Yusa-chan would be better suited to one.
そんな。
At that moment, her voice rose up and she hiccuped. Arara.
すいません。
Better give her a glass of water, bro. It doesn't seem to be stopping. From what I've heard, I just had to surprise her. If this was Kirihara, then I just opened up the front of my kimono with a hesitation. But to surprise this girl. Yusa-chan, look this way. I closed in on the pretty girl's face, then looked up at me. I approached within 5 centimeters and whispered, "Let's get married." Yusa-chan froze. For a whole minute, she didn't budge. Her hiccups stopped.
あの今
Well, it just came out.
今
Make yourself at home.
今何が起こったんだろう。
I sat her down and served her wheat tea.
お家の方は
I don't think they'll be coming home tonight.
え
Okay, okay, I get it. I guess she'll interpret it as like, you just know what happens next here. Anyway, her expression became complex. Undoubtedly, she was imagining complex circumstances, though they actually are rather complex. Hey, they always stay at company hotels when they're this busy with work.
そうですか。
So, what exciting news have you brought for me today?
なんだか外国の小説の登場人物みたいな口調ですね。私今日が誕生日なんです。
That's good. Okay. Why would someone who's celebrating their birthday would go to someone they kind of like, I guess? Okay. Oh, it was today? I didn't know that. Taichi-kun, careless.
それでですね。これお誕生日プレゼントです。
Present for herself? What is it? As I unconsciously accepted the thing covered in wrapping paper, the inside of my head filled with question marks. Anyway, thanks. But why? A birthday present?
いつもお世話になってるお礼です。
I've definitely been looking after something good then. Or maybe she's trying to make me like her, tentatively. I thought I could mitigate the minus of my appearance by kindly interacting with her throughout her childhood. My plan for a great investigation into whether Hikaru Genji was ever really satisfied. I've now gathered enough data to make a favorable judgment. Teal note, Hikaru Genji is the protagonist of the Tale of Genji, which is primarily about his epic womanizing. I think there's also something about Hikaru Genji about like something about grooming or some shit. Or maybe that was something else. I might be switching stories in my brain. there was about that kind of tale. No, because the other story I was thinking, or maybe this is the story. Anyway, the character or a protagonist of that story was basically grooming. It was a older woman grooming a younger guy, I think. Anyway, never mind. I'm finally in love with something I haven't thought much of after I succeeded. This is most likely a reference to Genji's effort to raise a little girl at this perfect way. Oh, okay, no, okay. I misremembered. It's the guy who is grooming the girl. Jesus, man.
それと交換日記を明日提出できたらなと思ったので。
She twiddled her fingers strenuously in her lap to try and calm down. She looked down, and the part of her neck I could see was perfectly red. Her heart seemed full to the brim with something. Moe. The slang term moe is related to the Japanese word for burning and budding and refers to something irresistibly cute. Okay, I didn't know the etymology for moe. I always I'm used to moe being described for a specific kind of otaku shit, but it's good to know that there's this thing about burning and budding. Okay.
Huh?
I've been writing in it. I'll go get it.
はい。
I went upstairs. Her diary, and I looked around the room for something I could give to you, Sachan. It'd be nice if I had some stuffed animals here, but my room had no history with fairy tales or the like. Fairy tales. Only sensual. Not good. I tried thinking about what I'd want if it was me. You said chat. My hands actually untied her OB. And while maintaining rationality with an iron will, they peeled off even more. Teal note. An obi is the thick belt of fragment tied around the waist of a kimono or similar garment. One way to think of it is it's like a belt. So it's basically he untied her belt in his imagination. What would I do if I blew away this thing I'd been building up for so long to the rise in an instant? Not good. Something fitting for her birthday. Isn't there anything? Would this really... No. It's just not suited for her character. I can't let her become aware of my real interests. Would this have shock value? Might it work? From the first...
太一さん、私そろそろ戻らないといけない時間なんです。
There's no time to hesitate. I found and repackaged the box and manual and stuck it into a paper bag. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Her face turned to the color of relief. So here's the exchange diary, and on top of that, a birthday present for me. This girl is always at a loss for words when she's surprised. I guess I'll explain the present later. Now then, why don't I walk you back home? She was at an even worse loss for words than before. It's already nighttime, so there are quite a few dangerous people out there. Especially in the town. What if you are the danger? Shall we go? We walked down the night road together. Yusa-chan's stride was short, so time flowed by without a care. That's right, tell your Okasan I'm grateful for all the food.
母にですか?
She's always preparing banquets for me. Banquets. I don't know why I misread as bouquet for some reason. By the way, I don't know why they didn't teal note Okasan there. It's not like everyone knows what an Okasan is. I mean, we know what that is, but like the other teal notes are so elementary that even Okasan should have been teal noted. Anyway.
まあ、そうですね。
Have you gotten used to school?
その質問、毎回しますよね、
Do I? Now that you mentioned it, I do. It's like a ritual phrase. It's a cushion for the conversation. Still, you've grown out, Yusa-chan.
太一さん、私の子供の頃のこと知らないはずでは。
I might say the same thing to you in the years that follow.
もうずっと言われてます。
Still, I think you've grown since the first time I met you, at least from my perspective. Although one part's still underdeveloped. Take good care of yourself. No, that's impossible.
難しくてよくわかりませんですけど、はい、太一さんが言うなら頑張ってみます。
She squeezed both hands into fists. Yes, yes.
すみません、送ってもらって。
It's a natural thing for I, a young adult, to taste both the sweets and sours of life. What the fuck is this line? I proclaimed while holding up my index finger. It's so cringe, not gonna lie.
恐縮です。
Ha ha ha. Is she misreading her obligations in this situation? So kawaii. I would love to assault. What the fuck? I would love to assault a girl like you in bedroom at night. What the hell?
夜の寝室でですか?
Ha ha ha. Well, forget it. Wait, why didn't she understand the? No, is she that young that she didn't understand what that exactly meant? Or I don't know, man.
こういう送ってもらったりするのって小説の中だけの話かと思ってました。
Really? I had to pause there because I was like, wait. I walk the. I usually walk a girl back to her house. Is that how sad it is in Japan? What the hell? Anyway. Come to think of it, this girl liked the Cobalt novels.
ちょっと驚きました。
I didn't just say it, but it's a natural thing. Because there's a group in this world that which prevents any combination of the big and the small. They're a pitiable bunch. Both big and small have their good points. Their philosophy is that ultimately either one's fine. Her face said, Senpai really does talk about difficult things since he's an adult. Something was stimulated. But I do not want to become a man with nothing but a long shooting range. Okay, rough translation. That's not to say I'm into younger women. I want to become a human who looks far ahead into the distance while still paying attention to their feet. Rough translation. It would be nice if little girls spoiled by their elders could also be loved. The alignment I have for the microstis might be called a kind of rags to riches story. Rough translation. I want to talk to the diehard lol because the show them their ways. There's certainly something fresh about the flat board. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. I mean, there's something fresh about the flat board. I'll admit that. But not all is told through that alone. Whether few or many, people are confronted with problems of mass whether from lack of life experience or childhood traumas. The failure of wishing to revolve them all back to nothing out of fear is something I can only see as running away from the problem. Flat translation. They're definitely flat. The rest have been omitted. Through a concrete set of values, the many and varied things that are can be classified within a number of models. Bowl form, rocket form, such as on top of the list. The surigane, I have no idea what the surigane form is. Drooping form, blood form, many more are like that. With viewpoints penetrating subtler matters like spearhead collapse form can be reported on. Okay, here we go. Surigane are traditional East Asian bronze ceremony bells, and spearhead tai chi mentions is like a military tactic. I have no idea what the fuck. He kind of lost me there when he started talking about forms. I looked at Ayusa-chan to find that she was writing all this down. Ah, no, you can't!
どうしましたです。
You can't record that!
あんまり難しかったので後で調べようと思ったですが。
She'll find out that you're a lolicon, bro. Talking about the female form. What did she say? She went and researched those dangerous words on the internet. It's coming. Take cover. I pulled her close and hid in the shadow of a telephone pole. Stay quiet. This is a battlefield.
平和な日本の街並みにしか見えないここが戦場。
Yes, and I felt a hostile soldier's presence.
ソルジャー兵士
Maybe the CIA or the KGB. There's even the possibilities from NHK. If you're not familiar with the TV channel, Nihon Honshu Kyoku, Japanese Broadcasting Network, is one of the biggest TV networks over there. Although dudes from NHK will ask if you have their channel or some shit. I heard something about the NHK. Speaking of CIA and KGB, I wonder if I should play Metal Gear Delta. I could probably finish it in 2 days or one. I mean, I could do it on the long weekend. But random thought. I was thinking about it. Oh, but I don't like MGS3 as much as I like MGS2. I'd rather go with Cross Channel for now then. Anyway, I'll probably play it eventually. Excuse me. They're all intelligence networks with extreme military power. Why is NHK here? Because they always ask if you want, if you have their license or some shit. I remember something about NHK specifically. They always visit people people living in Japan for some reason. The last group in particular is so utterly heinous. They've been known to employ guerrilla tactics to raid private residences and forcibly rob them of their cash. Oh yeah, this is the thing I was talking about. Because I know they always ask people to pay them for some reason if you're watching TV or something. I actually don't understand the full context of that, but I know NHK does something like that. He's gone. Okay, it should be fine now. We return to the road. The salaryman we happened to pass by on his way home looked at us with a dubious face. We could make out the sounds of late night sports broadcasts from various directions on the pastoral night road. Late night sports broadcasts. I'm sorry. For those reasons, the content of our conversation is classified information. Recording it would put your pure body in danger. I'm sorry, but would you mind destroying the pertinent entries? With a eraser in the back of her pencil, she rubbed the face of the paper back to default status. She took it out and used the unstained eraser for this. My apologies. My chest hurt. Or perhaps I hurt. This morning, club activities on the roof are proceeding vigorously. Hey, you! One yell from me, and from the top of the ladder, Senpai fell off. The silent pheasant remains unshot. Hey, misinjured person, why was it now? Daichi is trying and failing to speak English. The meaning doesn't matter at all. This is about sensibility. And while I wasn't around as well. Using this excuse, Senpai explained herself with copious body language. You're a traitor. Misato Senpai, you're heartless. But her hands rose up. 7:50 a.m. Caught a criminal in the act. She held out both hands, and on those wrists. Ah, crap! I just. Handcuffs. Wait. There's literal handcuffs on her wrist right now. The real. Silence. The koban was empty and some handcuffs have been left outside, so I picked them up on my way here. So he basically stole from the police, bro. Anyway, if you don't know what the koban is, a koban is a very small neighborhood police station, and is unique to Japan's police system. One way to think of a koban is like a really. There's always like this random ass small booth or like this room somewhere. It's not on the road. It's like somewhere. You know, it's you know where if you need to find the police, there's always a police guy waiting there. But you know, Japan's a relatively safe country, so they tend to be empty because the policeman is patrolling, quote unquote. Although I don't know about Tokyo nowadays. I don't know. He was fuming. I'm sorry. Two laughs. Kagi, hi, Kagi, doko desu ka? Our smells rose.
うーん
Chill out.
ごめんなさいペケくん。今鍵はどこにあるんでしょうねって聞こえちゃいました。
Because that's what I just said. She became expressionless.
今あなたは私に暴行されても文句を言えない立場になりました。
That's okay for certain reasons. I was attacked.
どうして君はそう軽率なことを。
It's a conditional reflex.
こんなの鍵がなかったら外れないですよ。
Well, shouldn't we just look for the Kagi?
その交番にあるんでしょうか。
First, I'll look for it on my way home today.
今から行きなさい。
Hi! Right away! With a W Iron Claw presently active, I had no room to answer otherwise. But please stay where you are until I come back.
これじゃ着替えもできません。
For now, why don't you go into a classroom?
そうですね。
We both entered the building.
誰にも見つからないといいんですが。
Why is that?
連行されているように見えるじゃないですか。
Since you asked, it looks more like some kind of play. The English word play is used in Japanese to imply unspecified play.
プレイ？
Senpai's classroom was on the third floor, right?
そこですよ。
Miki came over from there.
コンチです。
Senpai frantically tried to hide her wrist but failed. The towel covering her wrist slid right off. She should have just stayed still.
逮捕されてる。違います。これはいたずらです。先輩。
She raised her hand. What is it, Inspector Yamanobe?
今日は保健室が空いているようであります。
She saluted while introducing us to a good location for play. Oh, she's so nice. The innocent senpai did not understand. Well, thank you. What about yourself?
自分はもうちょっと処女でいたいかなと思う次第。
Jesus Christ. That's a shame.
お
Bye.
勤めご苦労様です。
She bowed her head and saw us off.
今の会話、よくわかりませんでした。
Best you don't, senpai. That'd be amazing if you had understood it. Now, train station. Quite a run-down one at that. But the lack of litter was some consolation. The Koban is very close to here. Wait, how long have I been? Okay, I can go for I'm playing 2 hours today, so. An on patrol sign had been hung up, and no one was in there. Yeah, this is the thing I was saying earlier. They were always on patrol, quote unquote. That's why it's usually empty. Which leads to a lot of frustration for people who actually need the help of some police guy. Because he's always in patrol, quote unquote. I found the Kagi quickly. I wonder if this counts as theft. I mean, the handcuffs, getting the handcuffs alone is already theft straight up. Anyway, of course it does. And of police property. The final crime of the misdemeanor king, Arsene Taichi. Undoubtedly a reference to Arsene Lupin. Got it. I better get back soon. No one goes past the station. The station is nothing but a connection between the city and the residential district to begin with, so it's never that busy. This open region of inorganic asphalt was hot enough to create small shimmers in the air. It was as if no cars were to be seen. So I walked down the center of the road. There's no one to assign the blame. Why is that? Think about a world like that. No matter what crime you stain your hands with, no one will ever blame anyone, and you'll never have to be blamed. A lawless world. But I'm the only one here right now. In a world with just me, what kind of crimes are there? None. Without points of connection between people, the majority of sins evaporate and lose meaning. Idealistic. You could call it an ideal society. To be alone, to throw away the masses. What abilities are needed for that? Or is it a suitable mental construct what's needed? Humans have many and varied desires. They continue to exist even in different dimensions, from such ones like, I want to drink water. What is desire? A desire for success? A desire for knowledge? A desire to create? A desire to conquer? Those are things with values decided either by others or by comparing oneself with others. Desire might just be a manifestation of wanting the consent of others. I want to have more wealth than the other people. I want to have more knowledge than other people. I want to succeed more than other people. The prerequisite of others. The root of desire lies in attaining with that which many people acknowledge as valuable. One of the clearer forms of that is currency. Even without an intended use for it, people will crave it. When humans live together with desire, their world is already being colored by the thoughts and values of others, and their characters thereby take shape. But if one were alone, how would his desires modify? No. The moment others disappeared, desires would lose that definition and become wants. Wait, what? The moment others disappeared, desires would lose that definition and become wants. What is the difference from want and desire? Aren't they the same thing? Unless in Japanese that there's a specific difference between want and desire. But in English, want and desire is synonymous. Anyway, a race with no rival doesn't constitute a competition. Thus, high running speeds are no longer sought after. Okay. How many people are there in the world with only themselves, and who therefore are true intellects? Okay. Maybe he is specific. There is there is a specific mean. I did say they are synonymous, but that is in the common way of thinking about how want and desire are similar, or for depending on connotation they're the same. But I think desire. I guess in the context here, desire exists when others exist, but want is like something you can do by yourself, or have it, manifest selfishly without considering others. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, can they continue to create art without any viewers? Who are they to overcome? Yes, when alone, people change. They can't not change. The burdens of emotion that force them upward would no longer be minuses. If the world became one where sins were in sins, I felt something like a revelation, telling me my eyes were for that purpose. I turned around. How long do you intend to follow me? My voice traveled far in this unpopulated space. Don't you have other things to do? I waited, but there was no answer. Do something! I spat out those words and set off to school. I can't preoccupy myself with every little thing. The fearsome presence continued to tail me. I'm thankful she's worrying about me. But still, because my hair is white and I'll never get sunstroke. This might be something like getting irritated from one's mother. It had a certain freshness, but it was thoroughly annoying. I went as far as the school walls before exhaling from relief, because the presence had disappeared. That was so annoying. Even though it happens all the time, I got goosebumps. From that dense existence, are you a demon? She might be near. It's a pain to be loved by such a thing. My stomach bugged. A common Japanese personification of the noises one's stomach makes when hungry. Like a beast. Maybe I should call it my stomach beast. I smell food. My feet spun toward the cafeteria. Ooh, I'm inhaling the smell. There were very few guards around. There are usually 10 of them standing here, but today there were only 2. We must have a lot of absences at the moment because everyone's having mental problems due to the heat, which is why the cafeteria was so nice and quiet. Thanks to that, I could easily get the highly sought after menus. No. If I could use a certain connection of mine, I could get them easily anyway. But that must not be used. My forbidden secret tactic. It's a double-edged sword. But Yusa-chan's really cute. I bought a ticket for the B meal and waited at the counter.
あらあんたこんなとこで何してんのよ
Phones attempt to measure actual perceived loudness by considering sound intensity and frequency, while decibels are based only on intensity. Ah! It's here.
ご挨拶ね
The woman laughed with a muffled voice resembling an abnormally huge leader of a group of bandits one might find drinking sake in the depths of a cave in a fantasy game. Sometimes he's larger than a cave entrance. What's with that? I was afraid. Don't scare me, Abuachan. I'm a delicate writer.
あんたが分子って玉かいバカも休み休みいいな
At the frequency, TL no Katia. At the frequency with the average adult female voice ones are a little higher than decibels. Her angry voice traversed the cafeteria with a bang. The reinforced glass was shaking. Not possible. I watched with an absurd interest. You're loud, Oba-chan.
普通に話してるんだけどねここの子たちやわだからあんたも手加減してやんなよ
Sensing danger, I took a step back. A giant deformed hand passed in front of my eyes with a roar. Just now, skinship, if I've been hit, death? TL note. Skinship refers to the concept of deepening an emotional connection to someone through physical contact. I accidentally used the method of thought depiction from Suisutaka's Nanase series. This novel trilogy is about a psychic girl named Hita Nanase, trying to live with her powers, which tend to reveal dark secrets and tragic accidents. I can explain it, but I feel like there's a connection to Nanase. No, there isn't.
やっぱり端っこいねあんたは飯かっくらいに来たんだろ
Yes. I held out my meal ticket, feeling like I was giving candy to a lion.
ユサが世話になってるからサービスしてやるよ
Thanks. Wait, Yusa. I guess Yusa's mom works in the cafeteria. Oh, so that's why he was referring to her as connection. Yes. This very person was being allowed to exist as the mother of the ultimate pretty girl, Yusa-chan. So in a few decades, Yusa's going to...
どうしたいふらついて
sorry, yeah, I was feeling dizzy.
そりゃいけないね血肉が足りないんだよ
Hahawe-sama made her decision. Hahawe is a more formal and impersonal version of Okasa. I like how he used it. It's like they're already married and this is her mother-in-law.
はいよエス定食
There's an S?
あんたのために作ったのさ
Spoken in a loud voice echoing throughout the cafeteria. Everyone was like, what? Huh? I'm being whispered about. I'm very grateful, Hahawe-sama, but
あら母上様だなんて嬉しいね
my food doubled in height.
ねあんた娘とはどうなのよ
Huh? How am I supposed to answer that?
うまく手なずけたみたいじゃないか婿かいいね
Man, she's also wanting it. Holy shit. Son-in-law? And even more food? Go man, this is enough, Hahawe-sama.
大丈夫さ心配はいらないよ
He added a second plate of pork. This is a bribe. Is it a buy-off? The people are watching. Rumors are spreading. Right now, everyone's spreading incredible rumors about me.
あんたもいろいろあるんだろうから難しいこと考えなくてもいいんだよ全部私に任しときな
The miso soup which should have nothing but seaweed in it, for some reason had whole class thrown in. You guys know what miso is, so I don't explain. A whole fucking crab? Oh my god. Golden parachute.
インサイダー取引が
Insider trading.
なんか非合法の
だって参拝問題の当事者なの。
Ugh. Bad. This matters beneath the dignity of Korosu Taichi. Now, I had 4 plates of pork cutlet. That's too many.
なんだい、これくらい食べられるだろうよ。
She slammed down on my shoulders with arms like those of a crown of thorns starfish devouring Okinawan coral. The doubling of dead weight pushed me into the floor. Ah! I fell to my knees.
あらすけやっぱり食べなきゃ。そんでもっと太らなきゃ。
Yusa-chan, if you don't leave home soon, you'll be fattened. Holding over 5 times the provisions of a common man, I sat down in the appropriate place.
相変わらず強力なコネクションだな。
Tomoki, holding a tray with the sea lunch, sat down beside me. Is that you, Tomoki-sensei?
あやかりたいもんだ。
Please do borrow it.
いいの？
I can't eat this much.
じゃあ遠慮なく。
He took the pork cutlets.
さっきまで桜庭とパン食ってたんだけど足りなくてさ。
He wasn't in the sports club after all.
筋トレとかもうやってないんだけどな。
Just having muscle consumes fat. That's why muscular guys have bad mileage.
へえ。じゃあ筋肉ない方がいいわけ？
Of course not. They keep your figure from gaining extra fat. It's better to just do strength training in moderation.
なるほど。
Is Sakura still having curry pan?
7個くらい食ってた。
7th. Wow!
ここの学食業者のがマイフェイバリットカレーパンだとか言ってさ。
My favorite curry pan. Stupid tongue of his.
アホ舌だな。
We ate. Damn it. We eat and we eat and it won't get any smaller.
もらっとこうか？
Please do.
おい、味噌汁にカニが入ってる。
There are.
どういうコネだよ。
The world's strongest submission. A trout whole. Son-in-law engagement.
例のおばちゃんの娘ってやつ？
Yep.
やっぱ母親になのかな。
No. She's an amazingly cute girl with glasses, and she's attached to me. She'll believe anything I say.
なんだ、もう満体だ。
No. I, who likely ascend to an aggressive job of my own, which will make me fit a Swiss bank account, cannot be meowing after an honest girl.
寝言が聞こえる。ああ、太一さ、適応係数試験どうだった？
Any way you look at it, I gulped down the self-serve wheat tea. Severely high, unacceptable. My teacher's eyes went wide when he saw it.
いくつよ。
84%.
うわ、それ偏差値だったらな。
Exactly. Isn't that bad? I might become something horrible.
研究棟で解剖されるかもね。
Have mercy. I clung to his sleeve.
無理だ。17% の俺とは住む世界が違う。
What? Hey, what's your number? Why is your number the same as a normal person's?
だって俺外傷だし。
Ah, that's right. I'm so stupid. I've been thinking of us as equals.
お前が言うな。
Ah, Raba, Sakuroba's nickname, is pretty low as well.
あいつ15だったかな。
Word has obstacles internal? Why did he get sent to Gojo with that number?
いや、あいつ願書に群青って書いたらしいよ。
We look at each other's faces. Both of us, huh? That makes no sense.
同感。
National exams are pretty half-ass. On that note, you better make up with your Onesan. You keep saying it's too hard and that you never get around to it.
それは姉貴が裏切るから。
I think it's a more formal and impersonal version of Onesan. Onechan. Didn't this guy nearly say Onechan just now? Whatever. Miyasumi-senpai would. Tomoki and Mimi senpai were siblings, though their surnames are different.
放送部に入ったのだってさ、無理やりなんだ。帰宅部しようと思ってたのに、あなたパソコン少年でしょ、だったら手伝ってとか言ってさ。
You guys know the going home club, right? I don't need to explain that.
パソコン少年だから手伝えという論法だ。どうか。
Come on. Does it even matter? You're practically in the going home club anyway.
まあな、どっちにしろバスケ部ないしな、ここ。
But you can't even run.
まあ。
Give it up. It's nice not to have any annoying annoying senpai.
帰宅部になったら好きなだけ漫画読めると思ったのにな。なんで今さら姉貴と仲良く部活動しなきゃなんないのよ。
Your syscon is palpable. I'm sure you guys are experts with the concept of syscon.
なんか言った
I'm not
か
gonna explain that. No, I didn't. All that aside, I'm helping out with the club today. Club now. What do I do with this part? Does it go here or here? I'll put it up here for now. This feels like the right spot.
わかりますか？
Well, somehow. Somebody was holding a step ladder below me.
男の子がいると頼もしいですね。
Is that so? Anytime you are in need, I shall. Come to think of it. Doesn't she have a brother? Are you fighting with Tomoki? Senpai's face became overcast.
まあ、ちょっと冷静に。
So even Tomoki gets in fights. That guy doesn't get seriously mad at all that often. It seems Senpai received a shock from those words.
当然なのかもしれないですね。
What?
人生は難しいです。昆虫しようという感じです。
I didn't understand that.
裏切られるぞ。
Was there some kind of betrayal? Okay, that explains why he randomly said that. I thought it was some random ass. Now, okay, so the context of them being siblings. Okay, I understand. Her eyebrows narrowed.
ともきがそう言ってたんですか？
Yeah,
うーん。
senpai. Senpai looked like she was about to cry, and she was moaning. Hmm.
なんと言いますかもう。
Jostled the step ladder back and forth.
ままならねえです。
I'm going to fall. It was a harsh club.
やっはー、たいちゃん。
Huh? Oh, different today, huh? Different today. It's the mysterious bike girl. It's the mysterious bike girl. I said what I was thinking.
思ったまま口にしないように。
You saw right through me. This girl's suspicious. Her origins are unknown. I never seen that uniform.
開き直って思考を言葉に固くしないように。
I wonder if Nanaka is her real name.
うっさいわね。細かいことグダグダ言うんじゃないわよ。
What school do you go to?
ひみちゅ。
Ah, I see. I ignored her and walked on.
お、ハードボイルディー。
We can talk while I'm walking.
まあね。
So, do you need something from me?
もちろん用事があるわけさ。
She stuck her fingers out at me.
とっととアンテナ組み立てる。
Huh? By antenna? You mean the one Misato senpai is constructing?
そう、それ。このままじゃちょっと間に合わないよ。
For what?
期限に。
Which is...
あんたね。
What? What is it? She suddenly got mad at me.
一回一回が大事な人生でしょうが、調子こいてるといつまでも無駄にしちゃって、そのうち存在自体が固定行動に固着しちゃうんだからね。可能性っていうのはそういう性質があるんだから、Windows だって一時キャッシュのせいでリセットしたつもりでもエラーを繰り返すことがあるでしょうに。ことに今は。
It's over for Windows. She took a deep breath and closed her mouth. Are you neurotic?
こんなキューティー捕まえて貴様なんて言うな。
That stung. Ooh! She slapped my face. I spun at a high speed crookedly flying upward, and collided with the ground in a horizontal state. Oh, I had no idea this girl could manifest such comic force. Comic force. A supra-scientific theory of Taichan science. Taichan science combining scalar electromagnetism and the astrophysical theory of ether, flying machines, and so on. It simultaneously accelerates and mitigates various physical phenomena. As a result, manga-like effects unthinkable in classical physics may manifest. So statistically, it occurs often in prideful and youthful personalities and functions to maintain that characterization.
あ、ごめん。
Amazing force, you can conquer all the land.
女の子にそんな皮肉言わないの。
She helped me to my feet. That hurt a lot.
ごめんね。
At least she has a sprite other than seeing her pantsuit from behind now. When I said you could conquer all the land, I didn't mean simply by physical strength, but by character.
What?
Thanks to your scientific force, it can live on even after suffering that impact.
よくわからない。
But I ought to have spun out a bit farther up into the atmosphere. Well, on the other hand, I do think running into the extremes just to avoid the norms is pitifully impoverished, so that'll be overkill. The point being that eternally maintaining a superficial position on the path of kings will only set you up for a fall the moment you're controlled by self-sensationalism. I don't know, I have a hard time pronouncing that.
お前は私と会話する気があるのか。
Go in. Even I don't understand what all that meant.
しょうがないやつ。
She sighed and half fed up with me.
あ、ほっぺたに血。
Huh? Maybe a little got pushed out by the comic force.
まだ力場とか言うか。
So my own blood is fine. Not you. Blood's a weakness of mine. I can't explain the expression which reoccurred to Nanaka's face at that moment. She seemed to be crying and also laughing. And yet it wasn't a simple, tearful smile. Deep-rooted troubles were blended into it.
太一。
The voice flowed from her lips seemed to be becoming hoarse. Her face approached mine, along with moistened eyes. The actions of a human conscious mind are truly great. If I was a normal manga hero, I'd be unable to predict any such occurrence and at best be hesitating. But as a real human, the stew of my mind easily predicted that there was no other conclusion than I'm being kissed. By the time Nanaka's face had close to within 5 centimeters of mine, I've already begun investigating ways to save face by saying, indeed, she made it look as such after the kiss. Actually, even though this thought process is more realistic, even an amateur writer like myself knew that the reason it's rarely employed in the world's stories is that it's too real to have any story like affinity. After all, stories are just pretending to be reality. I nodded to that in my mind. But where's that kiss? I kissed without passion or flavor. Her act of sticking her tongue to my cheek and licking upward could be referred to as a kiss, but
唾でもつけておけば治るでしょ。
I punched my temporal lobe and punched and punched. The outcome of this familiar speculation turned to dust so fast. Damn you, the shame.
自分って自分を。
This reality, what is affinity? What claim do I have to intelligence when it's been nationally verified that I'm a subhuman?
落ち着け。
I want to die.
こらこら。
I must be aware of the fact that what they call my only self is garbage. Toxic garbage. There are many non-intellectuals in Gunjo. I've always been afraid of hurting people. After all, unintelligence is an inability to avoid danger. Like a cat jumping in front of a car. I had to control myself with meticulous care. But everything is so much fun. I keep forgetting what I really am. I'm... Nanaka moved. This time she truly pierced the void and not giving me a time to predict it.
楽しいって言えるならいいじゃん。
The ambiguous softness of breath. A girl's scent. Mysterious, I felt no disorder. The sensation of being embraced was different from Yoko-chan's.
その言葉は嬉しいんだ。 すっごく。強くならないと生きる資格がないわけじゃないから。弱いままでもいいんだよ。
Even if you say that, she knows. She knows something. You are
ナナカ。
Nanaka. I don't know. Along the axis of my past was that name recorded. Then, how does she know me?
落ち着いた？
Yeah. She let go of me. Nanaka was grinning wide. You. Are you in love with me?
バカめ。
She chopped my forehead.
そんなんじゃないって。
After denying that, she tilted her head and continued to the apex of her
う
words.
ん。けど、そうだな。好きかもね。
Hondo?
あんたの思う好きとはちょっと意味が違うけどね。
What does that mean?
あんたってさ、きっと子供の頃、母親にエッチないたずらするタイプだよ。
I did no such thing.
私もだ。でもさ、そういうのって結構母親も嬉しいのかもよ。
Perverted pranks would?
そう。
But the shock of being petted by one's prepubescent son. No, I guess it might be Moe. By the way, I don't personally think that she's just a degenerate. What the fuck?
化学分解されてしまえ、この有害ゴミめが。
Ah!
さて、帰るか。
Why not come to my place? We at least have lukewarm water.
エッチなことされたくないから帰る。
I'll do them. I will. If you come, I will.
危ない危ない。
She quickly mounted her bike. I moved to her back and tried to look at her underwear. Dark blue bloomers. Did you say bloomers? Man, that's a disappointment. Anyway, damn. Wait, bloomers? The bloomers which were exterminated quite some time ago as a solid blue sexual harassment gym clothing because of the feminist movement. Oh, you mean buruma? Okay. I thought I was thinking of something else. Nanaka-san. I was trembling, just as the rumors say. That matter sticking into the hips was a truly rarity.
アンテナ、ちゃっちゃと組み立てちゃいなさいよね。
Huh? Antenna? How sudden.
それって可能性だからさ。
The chain made a slightly comforting sound as it spun. The tires rubbed the asphalt, and the wheels began to roll. What? I'm writing a manuscript. Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee. I'm crying. I can't get my thoughts together. The tension is now the exact opposite of the first day, when I was writing absentmindedly using only my talent.
くー。
Someone's calling me. I peeked out the window. Mimi-senpai.
こんばんは。
What's wrong?
どこにいるのです。
I'm looking at you from the second floor window.
暗くて見えません。
I like how everyone knows where they live, by the way. I can see you just
ど
fine.
うしてなんでしょうね。
Da.
ペケ君はすごく読めが効くんですね。
Since I'm a wild animal, my senses are sharp.
なんかかっこいいです。
She spoke while flapping her arms. She's acting awfully young. Anyway, please come in.
はーい。あ、ロウソ君。
Just invites herself to his room, just like that, man. So maybe not her first time to go to his house, I guess. The atmosphere is really important when writing. Ozeo-san. Ozeo-san is the older version of Ojo-san. This is new to me. Okay, this was actually new to me.
なるほど。
He promptly sat down in a seiza position. Seiza is a traditional Japanese seating position where one's knees are on the ground in front of them and their heels are supporting their butt.
お勉強でもしてたんですか？
No, just working on the manuscript.
ああ。
So, With what purpose have you visited this house?
よく手伝ってくれてますから、ご飯をおごろうかと思いまして。
She held up a wrapped object.
お弁当です。
You guys know what a bento is, right? I didn't explain that shit. Senpai, banzai! I guess you guys also know what banzai means.
2人分作ってきたんです。一緒にどうですか？
I'll get some drinks. Oishi. Senpai's good at this.
そうですか？料理は最近始めたばかりなんですけど。
Well, I'm not gourmet or something.
あ、その言い方はひどいかもです。
It's delicious. Yes, delicious. It's been cooked really well. Did you use an open fire?
はい、もちろん。
Somehow, it feels like it's been a while since I ate a bento like this.
そうなんですか？
My Okasan isn't with us.
ま
I think I missed
あ、
her.
たけくん。
Senpai. Within the soft darkness, we looked at one another. The candle's delicate flames shone a soft crimson light onto her cheek. What's this? Play it safe. Play it safe? What the hell? Okay. Leave it to me. Senpai,
何？
please marry me. I pointed upward as I confessed. Senpai smiled as softly as an angel. Angel's light.
絶対嫌です。
Owarida. Guys, owarida. Hello? Tomogi? This is Kurosu. Hi, I just got turned down by your Ne-chan. Hi, seriously, right now, she's still right here next to me. Anyway, my chest right now is filling up with both pain and pleasure. I'm so glad you pushed me into telling her my feelings. Now go die!
その携帯、電池切れてませんか？
I know that much. I threw myself down in tears. Oh,
彼には足らずとも。
I was fully aware it was a joke because I thought it might get the mood going, but that was clearly just a silly expectation of mine. But now, my heart hurts from being so flatly rejected.
絶対拒絶されるタイミングで告る方に問題があるんじゃ。
Darkness lies only an inch further in life. I had no choice but to believe in them now.
ほら、キュウリの酢漬けあげますから元気を出して。そしてレスラー区長はもうよしましょう。
Is my love to be bought with cucumbers?
テケ君にはもっと素敵な思い人ができますよ、きっと。
I'm gonna cry. The cucumbers tasted like unrequited love. Ah, that's right. Senpai, please wait here a moment.
はい。
I went and came back. I held them out in both hands. Handmade popsicles.
すごいです。
I passed one to her.
人類の底力って感じですね。
You speak presumptuously of the one and only Kurosu Taichi.
冷たい。おいしい。
Humanity, banzai!
万歳。
Many cheers for popsicles.
これは材料は何なんです？
Lemon, sugar, and egg whites. My... My 200 million cute little wonderful lies. Senpai, stop. Stop cold. For some reason, her glass suddenly fogged up. This atmosphere is bad. You know that's a joke, right?
そっちのと交換してください。
Hi.
あんまりつまらないこと言うようならお仕置きしなくちゃいけなくなりますね。
What an asshole thing to say! Jesus fucking Christ! She said that with no strange intonation. I was so scared. I'll be sure not to do that again.
まったく。
The fog in her glasses cleared up in an instant. Is that voluntary? How could you control that? I was afraid. But there was a benefit from that risk. Indirect kiss. On top of that, with something as sticky as a popsicle, it was a deep, indirect kiss. I'm totally satiated with this.
何やらお礼に来て逆にいいものをごちそうになっちゃいました。
Huh, that's nothing. Please don't fall in love with me so easily.
ごちそうさまでしたペケ君。惚れません。
She has no heart.
おかげで涼しくなりました。
This is always hot these days.
暑いですね。
This is summer. It's to be expected.
海行きたいですね。
Umida. Senpai looked out the window. It was too dark to see the ocean, which should be in that direction. Then let's go there. Tomorrow at lunch, we'll gather in front of the school.
は
We'll call everyone, of course.
今日の明日なんですけど。
It'll come about somehow. I raised my thumb.
でもキリさんとか長谷倉さんとか来てくれますか？
That depends on my plots. Faith isn't needed to move the masses. You just have to hit them where they hurt.
爽やかな顔してそういうひどいことを言わないでほしいです。あ、でも去年の水にもう入らないかも。
Eh?
太ったんじゃないですからね。
Sumari, you experienced growth?
そうです。本当にそうですよ。
No, I wasn't doubting that. So, her breasts are still getting bigger. My thoughts raced around Senpai's bus. She must have felt some kind of evil force as she hid her breast with both arms.
そういうわけで水着が
Which one?
待ってる。
Maybe the standard bikini strap.
どうして持ってるの？
Jesus Christ, this bird, man. But your size is an 86C cup, so maybe this one. How about something like this shell and strap shameless ocean paradise?
そんなの嫌です。
Then this one, a pearl white knockout bikini.
これ濡れる前から透けてるんですけど。
It's a bit odd, but this ropeless patch is.
ただの前張りと絆創膏じゃないですか。アホですか。
Or why not have fun with this one? It has see-through vinyl around the breast so you can pretend to be topless.
犯される。
Senpai Clo covered her face. There's even a female loincloth here.
どうしてそんなのしかないんですか。
Here's something else. A swimsuit that idiots can't even see. A naked empress that tests people's intellect.
全裸ってことじゃないですか。却下です。却下却下却下却下。
Here we are, the beach. And now, here are reliable faces who shall enjoy the summer day overflowing with libido. The group lined up.
うーん。
Okay, that's awkward because these guys are in not good terms.
うーん
Oh. I like his ability to just get everyone gathered around. You know. Even her. Remember, she hates she hates his guts. Now, here we go. I walk along the line with the tight step of a sergeant. What's with the faces that make it look like we gathered here for a funeral?
あんたが人のこと騙すからでしょ。
I don't remember that. Okay, that explains it. I dug out some earwax.
あんたは。
Are your feet scratching along the ground? Is it biology? An accurate attack hit my cheek hard, producing an automatopoeia identical to the name of the app.
人間の肉体は大半が水分で構成されている。言ってみりゃ水風船よ。その柔軟かつ強靭な平手によって叩き上げられる斜め下からの一撃。こいつは頭蓋内の体液と同調し、通常の剣打を上回る振動を脳に与える。
Who's that? Well, well.
どこ使えてんのよ。
The part of your swimsuit covering your butt. The swimsuit material can easily really stretch. Oh! It sunk into the sand.
信じられないこのエロザルバカじゃないのバカじゃないの
Doko was fuming as she fixed her swimsuit. I saw all her butt crack.
いいな
Senpai couldn't stand watching others fight, so she was already groggy. Today is the Gunjo Institute Broadcasting Channel CBAT. Let's begin. Now listen up. I won't be saying this twice. You are all scum. You have the foulest breed of any pigs in the country. As you are among the lowest of the most vile living things, the country's upkeep of you has not come cheap. They're making an investment, but have seen no profits in return.
新平ですか私ら
ナンバー10だ。
深く
Cutie lowered her head, quite sick of this.
ごめんね騙して先輩にどうしてもって頼まれたから今日は本当だったら家族とお寿司食べに行く予定だったのにほら先輩に恩を売っておけばいろいろ便利でしょいくらウニ中トロチカ
Jika, literally market price, refers to asking the waiter what everything costs on a given day before ordering because sushi ingredients have highly unstable prices. Yeah, they don't have it outside Japan. Although, when I used to go to some sushi restaurants somewhere in Asia, not in Japan, but somewhere else, they do have like that special item that's like M and P, which is market price. But I don't see that shit in the U.S. because everything has to have a outright price. There's the at least from the sushi restaurants I've been to. Anyway, let's continue. Enduring the military play, Kitty let out a heavy sigh, fall to her feet.
で桐原さんはどのような経路で長谷倉先輩が今後のことで大切な話があるからってまさかあの大物がクロスに加担していたとは
Her iron fist was shaking.
長谷倉さんってクロス君とどういうご関係なんでしょうね
Yoko-chan.
ヨコちゃん
Let's quartet. I feel like my conducting baton.
どうしてあんなすごい人があんたごときゴミ蔵に茶呼ばわりされてんのよ
By a dumpster like yourself. There's a limit. There's a limit to how much you can avoid putting oblat over your words. Oblat is the Dutch word for the starch-based, translucent, water-soluble material used to coat certain medicinal pills to make them easier to swallow. Oh, okay. So this is the first time I'm hearing about this. So I actually learned something here.
先輩疑問質問
Yes, Miki.
ミキミキですもしかして長谷倉先輩とクロス先輩はお付き合いされてますかダメそんなの絶対ダメいえ美女と野獣
恐ろしい。世の中どうかしてる。クロスみたいなに彼女が、しかも長谷倉先輩みたいな極めつけのクールビューティーだなんて。
You better not think you can run your mouth all you like just because I'm not looking at you.
でどうなんすか
We aren't going out or anything. Yoko-chan is merely my meat slave. A little devil smile.
軍曹殿宮澄先輩がそっとされました
嘘だ。嘘だと言ってよ、エホバ
島先輩嘘だと思われますからそんな海に向かって全能神に祈らなくともあの凛々しい長谷倉先輩がこんなエロスに汚されてるなんて痛い頭が痛い
Hey, you got the unrivaled destructive power. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. This feels nice. They're all running themselves rag over something as trivial as garbage. That's Moe. 2, 2, 3, 4.
踊るのやめなさいよ因果なのかなこれってブクブク軍曹閣下
山助、命乞いをしろ。小僧から石を取り戻せ。
This appears to be a quote from the movie Laputa Castle in the Sky. I haven't watched that actually.
あれだ。
You're thinking of using a cannon in this shootout against me.
あんたも何言ってるのよ。
Swimsuit, gal. If they come upon beach sand, there must be a beach volleyball. This is a convoy.
小僧から石を取り戻せ。
This guy's getting annoying.
ビーチバレーで胸揺れですか？
Yes, after all, there could be no other reason for beach volleyball to be anyone's long-cherished ambition, though I was fully intending to pass on any position which would overuse one's chess.
皆さん、そういう意図らしいのでお気をつけて。
Be at ease, Bijo. I patted her head. I like Miki because she doesn't mind this sort of thing. She's the number one moe girl among the other classmen. 2 years from now, yours will be bouncing too.
マジですか？
She's embarrassed.
そうなるといいんですけど。
I know these things. You shall develop.
ありがとうございまする。
Hirihara's nearing the age where growth ends, so she'll be staying flat.
あんたね。騒がしいです。
Ah, she revived, pushing herself up with one hand. Her buxom chest bounced weakly as her body bent. Senpai, you got beautiful breasts. Beautiful.
ちょっとクロス君、
Just like the forbidden fruit, even though I'm not Adam, I feel like I'm being bewitched. I'll be bewitched. She squatted, held herself, and shivered violently.
やめないか君。
Damn it, this is no joke. Aren't you yourself holding a few too many immoral emotions toward your sister, Mr. Siskon-kun?
ヤクザですね、もう。
誰がシスコンだ誰が。
And yet he became a little flustered.
体は嫌。失礼しますします。
One moment, all movement stopped. Yusa-chin?
ゆさです。お忙しいところ申し訳ないです。
Wearing the classic school uniform, Mizugi. She lowered her head as if apologizing.
本日はお招きできる。
She seemed to have bit her tongue.
あなたどちら様？堂島ゆさです。誰かの知り合い？
Yes, my. Gossip. What is the meaning of the atmosphere being pulled toward the infinite Midas?
クロス君のお友達なんですか？
My Kanajo. We're cohabiting.
どうせ？また違いますよね、お嬢さん。
He spoke directly to Yusa-chan. That's right. We're living together, aren't we?
あ、またそっとした。
Just kidding.
だと思ったわよ。
Anyway, that's how honest this girl is. Be nice to her.
ゆさちゃんというですか。私、山野辺美希です。どうもはじめまして。
They bent forward to shake hands.
カレンダー。
What? This woman sealer is after Yusa-chan. He's after my Yusa-chan. Desired surveillance target selected. Well, you really came.
お母さんがよろしくと。
Yes. I was certain to hear. Did Yoko-chan bring you all the way here?
はい。でも一言も喋ってくれなくて。
What?
怒らせちゃったんですか？私？
No, that's normal. Don't worry about it. So, where is she?
さっきまで一緒にいたんですけど、いきなりいなくなって。
She's around here somewhere. There she is. There's no mistaking that silhouette. She was even wearing a swimsuit, Such a waste. Technically, she did participate in our group CBAT. Well, it doesn't matter. Now, since Yusha-chan's here, let's play.
長い前振りだったわね。チーム分けしましょう。私もやらないとダメなの？人数が。男の先輩2人はそれぞれ分かれてください。
Male senpais. Wait, aren't you forgetting something?
うん、そう思った。
What was it? I couldn't remember it.
キリチンはこっち。で、桐原先輩と宮澄先輩はあっち。で、小柄なこっちチームにユサちゃんが入ります。
Okay, okay. Miyasumi senpai's over there. Shaking, they'll be shaking. My thoughts race around Miyasumi senpai's wonderful boobs. Ah!
もう始まってます。
Without any warning? Oh, damn it! Who was that just now? Her. That filthy Japanese army may have planted their Tora 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 attack before declaring war. Tora Tora Tora, literally tiger tiger tiger, was the radio message sent by the bomber pilots to indicate the success of Pearl Harbor attack. Oh yeah, I remember that now. I held up the ball in my hand. Our American army obtained that information a long time ago. Ah, you are irritating. That attitude. Yeah, irritating. Since you irritate me, attack! I attacked. Tomoki returned it without difficulty. Damn, he was an ex-sports club member. The ball came to us once again, and this time, Miyasumi senpai returned it. She meandered in all directions. The received ball hit Kirihara Toko in the back of her head.
ごめんなさい。いえ。さあ、笑わないでよ。
Toko served. In Yusa-chan's direction. There he goes. Crap, her specs aren't that different from Miyasumi senpai. I signaled Sakura Kiri with my eyes, since she looked like she had good motor skills. Sakura, Yusa-chan, save her. She returned my signal with her own gaze. Why do I have to do that? Without asking, you're good at sports, right? Troublesome. Mendoksa. Are you a devil? It's not my field. If you want to save her, do it yourself. Cheater, bully, lonely wolf. I don't know myself very well. Those sort of talks took place. It might have been my delusion. She's saying spinning out loud. This is hopeless. Miki jumped in. She runs, she slips. Splendidly tumbles. Since Miki jumped in face first, the ball fell onto her subpar butt. Man, that could feels bad.
2点目。
I'll admit only there is love in your heart.
先輩。
Miki's raised face was red. Blood. You're bleeding.
ミキ。痛い。おでこ痛い。
Blood. The sand was filled with broken fragments of something. Blood. A shock went through my back.
やだ、避けてる。痛い。ごめんなさい、私のせいで。それはいいけど、痛いよ。
Tea. Here's some tea. I passed a can of tea to Kitty.
何やってんですか。
It is a tea. I held the tea to avoid looking at blood.
ズキズキする。どうすんのこんな時。あれ？わかんないよ。どうしたらいいのかわかんないんだけど。
Kitty was coming apart. I said tea. I was also coming apart, and no useful words would come out.
いたたたたた。うやー、血が出てる。どうしよう。大丈夫ですか？医者を呼んでくるから。
She ran away. Tea!
ごめんなさい。
きることはねえ僕にできること。
You're the only one with a clean bill of health. Here with a clean bill of health. Many people cried out, and many people were befuddled. I was also frantic since I don't want to look at blood. I closed my eyes. Someone took the can from my hand. The sound of pull tabbing opening. The sound of something pouring down Miki's forehead. Yes, that's it.
お茶なんてかけてどうするの？
Actually, the ingredient included in green tea has a sterilizing effect. There's a handkerchief in my bag, so put that on her.
わかった。
I opened my eyes. Right then, Misato senpai started applying the handkerchief. Oh, Miki, does it hurt?
ちょっとズキズキします。
Who was it who found the tea?
それが
わからないんだ。
Say what?
混乱してる時に視界の端に誰かいたような。
同じく。
多分同じく。
If there was a super ninja-like human capable of reading our awareness level with such skill, it's her. I looked around the area, but didn't see her. Of course I wouldn't. Then Toko brought over the lifeguard. Everyone wilted at once.
ありがとうございます、先輩。
え？
ずっとお茶叫んでたから。
I was confused too. I don't know why I wasn't able to explain properly.
感謝っす。
To the person who found the tea,
先輩にも。
her teary eyes looked straight at me. I see. You're a charming gal. Then Miki was taken away by the lifeguard.
私付き添います。先輩方は帰ってて結構ですから。
That's not happening, right?
待
ってます。どうも。
She thanked me awkwardly, then followed Miki. Yusa-chan, aren't they great?
そうですか？大人っぽい人たちで、なんか私一人子供で。
Do those two look sexy to you?
そりゃユサちゃんにしてみたらずっと年上だぞ。
You're calling her Chan? Isn't that a bit too soon? Does this guy just naturally have all the attributes of a woman stealer? Definitely a priority target. In my heart, Tomoki's surveillance level went up by 1.
でもいい人たちですね。あの人たちも先輩たちも。
That's the unity of two who have eaten out of the same pot. Do you envy it?
はい。
You'll have friends like that soon enough.
堂島さんってもしかして軍長に？はい、そうみたいです。本当は私立の付属校に行く予定だったんですけど、適応試験でやっちゃって。
Fear not, we all did.
そうそう、うちの学校いじめは絶対認めないから居心地はいいですよ。はい。ちょっとこの子が入ってくる頃には私たちいないんじゃないの？鼻の下伸ばしてばっかみたい。
All who can understand Roman should go eat bad ramen in a seaside house. This is the first time I'm hearing this phrase.
何よ。
What's with you?
よせって堂島さんが怯えるだろ。
Hey, you trying to be her knight now? Surveillance level is now 3. 4 would indicate a severe hazard. You think I'll allow this? I collapsed. My hand reached Tomoki's swim trunks. Ah! Shima Tomoki, height 172 centimeters, weight 59 kilograms. He was like 12 centimeters. I don't need to know that shit. That organ, equipped with a force resembling that of a brontosaurus, ready to face the final evolutionary process, was now exposed before the eyes of a young and helpless girl. Undoubtedly so. The pure innocent girl who's never seen her father's, now slowly, without a single change in complexion and without a single scream, fell down unconscious. Kirihara ran away somewhere after seeing Tomoki's newly dubbed Super Dragon Bogak. Considering how noisy Her mouth is she's awfully weak.
ブツブツブツ
Miyasumi senpai nursed the unconscious Yusa-chan. Even that senpai was half disgusted and half embarrassed, such that her face turned crimson. Oh no, Gomen.
気をつけてくれよ。
I'm sorry!
終わった
And now. Don't get depressed. Do you think I've forgotten our vow to remain the cherry boys until graduation?
そりゃそうだけどさ。
His shoulders collapse.
はあ、泳ぐかな。
I'll join you. But that aside, Tomoki,
何さ。
it's been bugging me for a while now, but
う
isn't that Sakuraba?
最初の騒ぎで誰かに踏まれたな。
He's alive.
こいつはそう簡単には死なないって。
I thought we were one short,
バカな海水浴だなこれ。
but it was fun. Tomoki sighed, agreeing with me.
まあね。
Our fun sea bat ended here. Miki's wound left a very small scar. Even so, she was bright and cheerful on the way home, as if she regained something through being hurt. It was that kind of face.
ごめん私学校にちょっと用事があります
Something to do?
部活のね準備でちょっと
生真面目なんだよ。
ともきは皮肉ばっかりそんなことないですよえそう宮澄先輩以外には言わないですよねそうだね島先輩はご立派だから
褒めてくれんのはありがたいけど、照れくさいからもうやめて。
怒られた怒られたね
They looked at each other's faces and giggled. Yusa-chan followed their lead awkwardly.
じゃあここで解散お疲れ様でした
A sea bat. It wasn't too great for Miki, but that trip was a memory. Memories make the heart richer. That's why I said this. I know you don't like it, but would you try coming to the club tomorrow? She raised her gaze with an expression of perplexity and indecision. Those haggard features took on a shade of scarlet, giving an impression both brave and tragic. Wait, I'm supposed to end soon, right? Oh, already 2 hours. Okay. I'll end after this scene. It's nighttime, so I'm writing a manuscript. I'm not making good progress right now. Ordinary content. But right now, I have to keep going. It's lacking in panache. One panache, by the way. That's right. I'll have Senpai look at this. There's no time like the present. I left my house right away. Senpai's house. I tried knocking, but there was no answer. Senpai! Still no answer. Response. Your Taichi has come. Maybe she's not in. Could she possibly still be in school? Ah, she's here.
ペケ君
You're overdoing it.
ごめんなさい
As one would expect, she appeared to have been constructing the antenna. How can you even get work done when it's this dark?
気になっちゃってダメですか
It's bad. If you got the time to do that, please look at this manuscript.
おやもうできましたか
Only partly, but I want your opinion.
あーでもこうくらいと読めないですね
That's true. Forget it then. Let's go home.
でももうちょっと
Mimi senpai.
だって
Nothing will be gained from rushing this. You should be taking your time, right? There's loads of time. If you hurry it along, it'll just end up that much sooner. Senpai, would you be able to handle that? He seemed ready to cry. My back went numb. I just realized to run my mat off into a taboo.
私逃げてるんでしょうか
That's right.
そう見えちゃいますか
I was. You're running away by devoting yourself to your work. I looked at the antenna, forcing yourself to keep working in a way that intentionally increases the workload.
見抜かれてましたか
I thought that was normal. what Senpai is doing. I think it's that strange. There's no such thing as a person who hasn't fled from something. But to have to flee so desperately like you are. Senpai, it's painful. My heart can't take it. You should have passed 30 by now. Severe self-injurious behavior. The silence of assent. Just pile on more words. Working on yourself on your own is fine, but if you're being chased into a corner, individually devoting yourself like this is dangerous. When you finally lose it, it'll be dangerous. So this is the root after all. Do you understand?
わかってますよ。
She said as if alone. I've been really worried. Senpai took off her glasses. She brushed the back of her finger along her tear-filled eyes.
ペケ君に心配されるくらい不安定だったんですね。
That's a rude way to put it.
君にこんなこと言われるなんてびっくりしました。
I wipe her tears.
ありがとう。
Don't mention it.
だってみんなバラバラでこのまま無賛するみたいで。
I'm not
だ
evaporating.
って君はなんだか動機が不純。
Found out. Well,
でも確かに私意固地になっていたのかも。
besides, strictly speaking, you weren't alone, were you?
Eh?
Here. I showed her the wrap object I picked up under the water tower just a moment ago.
差し入れ？
Yes. But the inside is curry pot.
あ
She noticed, then covered her mouth. Lately, she's been pretty nervous and won't show her face much. That idiot can't stand watching her friends get cornered, so she just brings this curry pot.
でもペケ君嬉しそう。
Are you going to eat it? She nodded slightly. Together we ate the curry pot. Now then, satte. Since it's before noon, the air temperature isn't that high yet. I went to the roof alone. I looked at the antenna and the iron tower holding it up. There certainly isn't a job that can be done alone. Since we're amateurs, the antenna looked rather distorted. Its form was like a monster of wavelength and directionality. So, now, I got to work. Even so, I had virtually none of the specialist knowledge necessary for this. But it's fine. I'll ask Misato-senpai about it all later. This should go in here. Damn, I don't get this. Kurose Taichi is slightly unfamiliar with the conveniences of modern life.
何してんのさ。
Oh, I figured if I did this, then she'd say, Peki-kun, you're amazing, or I'm so moved, or I'm getting wet, and kiss me or something. Yo, Tomoki-sensei.
宇宙はないだろう。部活か。
Yep. Tomoki lazily sat down on the ground.
ほれ。
Oh, thanks. Canned juice. Thought it wasn't all that cold.
太一はどうしてそんな熱心なん？
Wait, I just realized I really have to go now. We'll continue again. I don't know if I'm doing this tomorrow, so whenever, I guess. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys on the next upload. Ciao.